Okay, so I'm up on the roof here. Right now I'm out back of the house, and I gotta say, this view is really amazing. You can see the river, the Delaware River here, and some mountains off in the distance. So really nice. As far as the roof goes, we have two different, well, there's the same type of shingle, but they were installed at two different times or two different ages. So, but the whole house does have a architectural type asphalt shingle. Um, this rear section over the addition, this is like a 30-year shingle, and it is showing some signs of wear, so we know it's not a brand new roof. I'm gonna guess it's probably you would know in the seller's disclosure when they built the addition, and you probably would know from then when it was installed. But it looks like probably 15 to 20 years old. I'm leaning closer to the 20. But it still looks good. It's still serviceable, I should say. It looks like it doesn't get a whole lot of sun back here. You can see this moss growing here. You can also see some moss and maybe some mildew growing on the trim here. So you just gotta watch out for that. If it gets really thick, then that's not good. You can see here, you can see some more of it growing. But so the rest of the house has an architectural asphalt shingle as well. This though looks like a 50-year shingle, a 40 or 50-year shingle. Sometimes the manufacturer will call it a lifetime shingle. But if you actually read the fine print, it talks about how it's covered in full for like 40 or 50 years, and then after that it's prorated. So they know that the shingle really is probably only going to last 40 or 50 years. So, but either way, this is still in good shape. I want to say it's probably similar in age to this, around the 20-year mark, maybe a little bit more. But if it's a 40 or 50-year shingle, you're still only halfway through its expected life. So yeah, I'm gonna work my way up here. This back part's pretty steep. Once I get in the valley, I'm good here. Oh, what is this? What is that? I think that's just maybe some caulking or something from the chimney. I think that's what that was. Anyway, so let's talk about the chimney here a little bit. So the chimney itself is no longer being used. So it's been capped off with some slate here. So it looks like it's just been glued on, which is fine. That'll keep the water out. And it's no longer in use because there's now new high efficiency appliances installed. And they vent directly through a PVC pipe that comes out of the wall in the basement. But I did notice here's a little bit of loose stone. You can see some caulking has been done, but that caulking doesn't necessarily last all that long. It does dry out and crack, so you may need to eventually come up here and do some pointing with some fresh mortar. But I think it's still, it's still serviceable right now. I don't think it's leaking or anything like that. This is actually, yeah, this is LED flashing. You don't see that a whole lot anymore. Not dangerous up here on the roof. It's not gonna harm you or anything like that. So you don't really need to worry about that. As long as it stays up here in place, and then you're good to go. So what else I want to talk about? Okay, so this plumbing vent over here, so it has the vent flashing has been replaced. This piece right here, this got a little bit of rust on it. That was replaced with the roof, but because it's old cast iron, the way they make them to fit PVC, so that didn't necessarily fit on there really well. So it looks like it's sealed with roofing tar. So right now it's good, it's sealed up, right? But the roofing tar will dry out and crack. So that is technically a maintenance item. So you have to keep an eye on that, because that can leak and follow the pipe down into the house. So not leaking now. I just want to make that clear. It's not leaking now. It looks sealed up, but it is a maintenance item. So you got to keep an eye on that. Just like you do with any caulking or anything on the outside of the house, it doesn't last forever. So I just need a picture of this. Okay. So just come out front here. Take a look at this side of the roof. Everything's looking good. A peek over the side here. We can see this porch roof here. That almost looks like it might be installed at a different time. It's a slightly different color, but same type of shingle. Okay. So I wanted to walk around the front here, talk about a couple of things. Nothing too bad, but I did notice this isn't really the roof, but kind of hard to see from the ground. This aluminum on the fascia here did come loose. Looked like the nail maybe pulled through or popped out, so all that really needs is just another 1 or 2 nails, and that'll be good to go. So I did want to talk about these windows out front here a little bit. So these windows have been replaced, and the windows are fine, but it looks like there's going to be a little bit of caulking that might be needed. So this was never caulked, where the J channel hits this, the aluminum trim. I like to see that have a bead of caulk on it, just to keep water from getting behind there. But some of the caulking here, where did it go? Oh, like right here, this has cracked. And this is sort of bent here. I don't know if that was during installation or possibly a tree branch maybe hit that or something, but so that should be caulked there a little bit. Same with like down here at the bottom, you can see that gap there. So like not part of the roof, but we're gonna walk past it, so I figured I'd mention that. Alright, so that's all of the roof, and that's gonna do it for this video.